Check, 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 check. All right, Cossack Crazies, it is day 2 of the Class A state tournament. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks on the floor warming up. You can see them all with the warm-up pants, the stripes out there. Warm-up shirts as well. It is a matchup today in the consolation bracket. This is a consolation semifinal. We'll be taking on the Wagner Red Raiders today. Winner of this will go on to the consolation championship. Well, it'll be at the same time frame tomorrow afternoon. So that's what happens when you lose on the first day. Play afternoons the rest of the way. But the team is happy, loose. They're not pleased with the outcome of last night, but they were pleased with how they played. Sioux Valley last night, a tough Dakota Valley team again. They were pleased with how they played. They really didn't, play outside of what they normally do or anything like that. It's just that Dakota Valley made some more plays down the stretch. Their post play was good all day long, all night long, I guess I should say. And they were able to out-rebound our Cossacks last night. I think it was a 10 or 11 rebound advantage that the Panthers had. And that led to the lead that they had at the end of the game right there and allowed them to close it out at the same time as the Panthers just got second chance points out of that as well. I think they had a huge advantage in that category at the same time. I'm waiting for my partner in crime here. Bill Vincent will be here at some point as far as what I understand. He was supposed to help me with the pregame here, but we've got about 10 minutes left to go before the start of this game. So we'll have plenty of things to talk about here. We will have starting lineups at some point. We will have starting lineups on the floor at the same time. No banner for this one, as this is game 2 of the afternoon session. But one thing we can do right now, everything that we do for Sioux Valley Athletics here on Saul's Media and for my Elkton Lake Benton broadcasts as well, my second team, it is brought to us by our exclusive presenter, Bankstar Financial. With locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton, Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Saul's Media broadcasts. Other sponsors we'll go through those as we move through our afternoon session here. You can see our Cossacks just kind of, you really can't see them. I got it zoomed in pretty well, but our fans are, moving into the middle section here. We do have a large contingency of Cossacks to our left. That'll be, looks like it's behind the Sioux Valley bench on the floor there. I was just making sure that we were behind our bench, and we are. So the Wagner Red Raiders come into this. Let me bring up my program. The Wagner Red Raiders, they ended up losing to Mapialuta, formerly Red Cloud, last night. That's what moves them into the consolation bracket. The Wagner Red Raiders come into this matchup 17-6. They were the number 1 seed coming out of Region 5. That allowed them to have a bye in the first round of their region play. So they took out McCook Central Montrose. Looks like by 17 points, 55-38. And that gave them the Sodex 16 matchup against Lakota Tech. They ended up winning that one by 8 points as well to advance to the Class A state tournament out here in Spearfish on the campus of Black Hills State University. This is A2 Arena. But the Wagner Red Raiders, 17-5. They went through a stretch in the middle of the season where they lost 4 out of 6 games. A tough loss to Ethan in Class B. West Fargo Horace, North Dakota, that was part of a classic. Elk Point Jefferson beat them by 21. O'Neill, Nebraska, that was a tough loss for him. And then with 4 games left in the season, it was Sanborn Central Woonsocket, who is in the semifinals in the Class B tournament right now. They'll be playing tonight in Huron. That was a tough loss for them as well, but they finished up with wins over Chamberlain, with wins over Gregory and Platte Geddes, and that moved them through the region play out of Region 5 and the Sodex 16. Their star, the Red Raiders, the all-world post. She is ranked number 9 nationally at her position. This is Ashlyn Copel. She is a 6'3" junior guard/forward. She can do it all. She's a 5-star recruit, 4-star recruit, whatever the high recruit number is. That's what she is. She's ranked number 9 nationally at her position, and I think that's probably forward, maybe it is guard. I'm not sure. Or the combination of both. It's certainly possible. But Ashlyn Copel, who a couple of weeks ago just had a quadruple double in one of those games that I just mentioned. He was either one of the regions or right before region play. She had a quadruple double. So not only points and rebounds that she does all the time, she averages a double-double in that categories. But she added, I believe, 11 assists that night and 10 blocks. So it's going to look like she's not fiery. It's going to look like she's not moving fast enough. But at 6'3", she's so smooth. She moves so easily. She's so efficient that it can be deceiving of, her movements out there. But once she gets in the paint, she's so efficient. The head coach, Jamie Granum of the Sioux Valley Cossacks, he was saying that if she took 15 shots in the paint, she would make 13 of them. That's how efficient she is. That 6'3" frame, long legs, long arms. She's got a big body, and she can move. She's very athletic. She's a 2-time high jump state champion in track and field. The last 2 years she's won that. So she's big. She's athletic. She can move. She does have the ability to score at will. She can defend. She can rebound. She can change what the other team is trying to do in the paint just by having her presence in there, and that's what she brings to the table. So we'll see what head coach Jamie Granum and friends are going to bring to that game tonight and see what kind of defense they want to do against her. For our Sioux Valley Cossacks, that loss last night moved them to 19-5 on their season. So now losses are consistent to start the season. Just a tough one. A lot of learning going on in that opening game to open the season. A tough loss at double overtime at home to Hamlin. And then it was back-to-back games at the beginning of February. A tough loss to Sioux Falls Christian. That was right at the Cossack Center. And then a tough loss to Dakota Valley down in North Sioux City. And then we backed that up with the 5th loss of the season last night to Dakota Valley once again, as they just played a little bit better down the stretch. Sioux Valley Cossacks, they are head coached by Jamie Granum. Assistant coaches out there, Brooke Mather and Taylor Ash and Leah Hope. They were all in good spirits today. I went over to the shoot-around this morning over at Spearfish High School just to see how they were. And everything was in preparation mode. So they were just getting ready for this Wagner lineup. What they're thinking that Wagner's going to do today, preparing for it and getting ready and putting their plans together as well. So they're excited. They have high hopes of getting a win here and then playing for a consolation championship tomorrow. That's the goal now. Now that you're into consolation play, win it all. Take your 5th place and head home with that. It's a big trophy. Trophies are better than plaques. So let's go get a big trophy, and that's the consolation championship. So we've got about 3.5 minutes left on the warm-up clocks out there. One thing we can also do is mention this. This is from South Dakota Public TV, so thank you, South Dakota Public TV, for allowing me to do this. There's some guidelines and restrictions I have to do, including all I can do is be live streaming for my Sioux Valley Cossacks. So that's the team that I cover. That's the one they're going to allow me to do. So With that comes some things that I have to do, including this. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. So we'll say that a few times through the game today, just keeping you up to date with what South Dakota Public TV can find all these scores and stats and everything else. Other things we can do, Bell Brands, they will be sponsoring our opening tip. They are the makers of the mini baby bells. That they are the snack cheese of champions. Peel one today. Starting lineups, and we'll go through those here in about 30 seconds. Those are brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill, downtown Volga. Amazing Chislik, burgers, chicken, and more. Good friends, good food, good times. CC's. They also have the banquet room in there, so don't forget about that. If you have some sort of party that you want to line up, then head on down to CC's, downtown Volga. Again, I'm still waiting my broadcast partner, Bill Vincent, to show up. If we just roll in whenever we want to now, you're fired, man. Fired. You look good. You look like a blues brother. Yeah, we had to do some adjusting of anything we could do, so you got room there? Cords. The broadcast partner, Bill Vincent, joining the squad now. We'll get him a headset. Starting lineups on the floor, brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill. We'll start with the Wagner Red Raiders out of Region 5. They will be starting tonight. Number 5, Lydia Yost, a 5'9" senior guard. Number 10, Matea Bruguer, a 5'8" sophomore guard. Number 14, Braxton Nedved, a 5'7" sophomore guard. Number 20, Raven Midricky, a 6'2" sophomore forward. And the all-world guard/forward, number 24, Ashlyn Copel, a 6'3" junior. The Wagner Red Raiders, they are coached by Michael Copel, assistants Courtney Baumgart, Hunter Hewitt, and Tara Copel. Those are the Wagner Red Raiders. Let me give you some volume here so you can hear what's going on. Can you hear me over there?
I can. Hey. Sounds fantastic there, Salzy.
I'm trying, man.
Had to do my pep rally duties. And
got it all
those things, drop everyone off, and get myself back up here to the parking lot, full parking lot.
You didn't want to wear the hats and the shades? You look like a blues brother up here, man.
That was pep rally. Pep rally. Yeah, it's not going to fit with the headset, but see a lot of people here rolling in, including the Sioux Valley fourth graders. They're playing in Deadwood starting tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic.
In a youth basketball tourney, and Coach Berggraf has his squad here to support the Lady Cossacks.
We're going to send this down to the PA announcer. We'll be right back here in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, Cossack Crazies. Sioux Valley basketball coming up next.
Can't wait. Tell me you hooked me up with a Celsius.
Is what your kid will do. Motivation determines smoking. Energy determines our well-being. So give it your best motivators. Work hard. Go all the way down. Think positive. Never give up. Expect success. And have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Region 5A to the Wagner Red Raiders. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. Have passion that inspires you to carry out your dreams at the state tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Region 2A, the Sioux Valley Cossacks.
Fans here today's starting lineups introduced to in alternating fashion and brought to you by Channel C. Begin with the Wagner Red Raiders. At guard is senior number 5, Lydia Yost. And the Senior Classics at guard is junior number 10, Talia Vincent. At guard is senior number 13, Genesis Patterson. At guard is sophomore number 12, Liberty Tringstad. At guard is sophomore number 14, Braxton Bedford. At guard is junior number 21, Amari Ward. At guard is sophomore number 23, Hayden Gleason. At guard is senior number 23, Kira Cruz. And at guard is junior number 24, Ashton Gilbert. At guard is sophomore number 32, Kaylee Craddock. The Red Raiders are assistant coach by Courtney Wagner, Hunter Hewitt, and Tara Copel. Head coach, Michael Copel. The Classics are assistant coach by Brooke Madden, and the host, head coach, Jamie Graham.
I didn't even know they could do that. I didn't get there.
Your officials for this afternoon, Eric Vanderberg, Pete and Andrews.
Can you do me a huge favor?
Waker fans, are you ready?
Can you give me a couple towels?
All right, Cossack Crazies starting lineups are done on the floor. The Sioux Valley Cossacks will be in their home whites tonight with the gold trim, gold letters, gold numbers. The Red Raiders in their road reds tonight. They have black trim with black letters, back numbers on there. Starting for the Sioux Valley Cossacks, number 10, Talia Vincent. Number 12, Liberty Tringstad. Number 21, Amari Ward. Number 23, Kira Cruz, the 6-foot point guard. And number 32, the USD commit, Kaylee Craddock. Brought to us by CC's Bar and Grill. This opening tip will be brought to us by Bell Brands, Ashlyn Copel, number 24, and Kira Cruz, number 23, jumping for this.
Let's do this, Salzy.
We are.
I've already made a spill here, and I'm sitting right next to Nate Vogel here with the Augustana head women's coach. So we'll get some insider info as this one's unfolding, that's for sure.
Red Raiders control the opening tip. They get that to Copel, top of the key. That is over to Knutson. They'll go around the arc. Yost. That is number 13. Patterson gets it into Copel on the right block. She'll go off the bankboard and in.
And that's what she does, and that's what the Red Raiders do. Thank you very much for the assist.
Adjusting my
Here's your scoreboard.
Tringstad with a long three. That's off the front of the iron and out. Craddock was fighting for that offensive board, but it's going to be run down by Lydia Yost.
Yeah, Sioux Valley faithful would like to see Liberty Tringstad get going. You know, she was double digits during the regular season.
Yep.
And's had a couple games where she's had a little trouble getting in the scoring column, but we all know what she does defensively.
The throw into Copel, a double team there. She fights through that, and she will be fouled on her jumper. That could be on Kira Cruz. Yes, number 23. So Kira picks up personal foul number 1. Let's hope that's not a common theme today, but that will send Ashlyn Copel to the foul line.
And that's a big key. I know Coach Grantham and his staff don't want to see Kira Cruz collecting fouls out there.
Copel misses that free throw. Kaylee Craddock runs that down. She'll take it the other way for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Gets it over to Tringstad. She'll drive down the left side. Amari Ward right through her hands and out of bounds. So another turnover by Sioux Valley.
Yeah, and a lot of what we saw early last night as well, where Sioux Valley got down 8-0 right away before they kind of got rolling.
That throw into Copel. That is Amari Ward that'll guard her across the timeline. Again, Sioux Valley just bringing pressure, challenging those ball handlers across the half-court stripe. Red Raiders will get that to Copel. Triple team, that forces it back out. That's Yost with a 3-ball. That's kind of what we want to do there.
Yeah, Sioux Valley's.
Get it out of Copel's hands.
Yep.
Kira Cruz is going to be fouled on her take down the floor. That is Mr. Pete Entringer down there. We have a superstar referee here. I didn't know that.
We do. He's reffed his share of state tournament games, Pete Entringer.
The throw in, that's Kira Cruz on the elbow, over to Tringstad. Looking for Craddock in the paint, decides against that.
Yeah, kind of flexed it on the out of bounds, and I thought they had Craddock, just weren't able to get it into her.
There's a throw into Cruz on the left block. She'll go over to the right side. That rattles around, finds the bottom. Kira Cruz, the first 2 points for Sioux Valley today.
Kira Cruz was outstanding last night, double-double for Sioux Valley, and she gets going early here.
Amari Ward with the steal, and she'll be fouled trying to get possession of that. Amari Ward slow to get up, but she is up. a little gingerly on a foot or an ankle or a knee there, but she is walking around, staying in there, so hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, it's March, so everyone's a little banged up.
Trigstead will throw that in. That's Craddock on the right wing. Trigstead around the arc now. Vincent top of the key. It's a fresh 35, so no worries there. That's over to Ward. Vincent back to Ward. There's that false motion that we talked about yesterday. Talia Vincent, long three-pointer, long rebound as well. Craddock the offensive board. Second try coming for Sioux Valley.
I'm sure that's something Sioux Valley talked about, getting some second chance opportunities. Last night we lost in the rebounding category.
Kira Cruz with a 10-foot jumper off the mark. It's controlled by the Red Raiders. Long pass down the floor. That's number 14, Nedved. She'll get that around the arc now. That's Lydia Yost at the top of the key. She'll drive into the paint, kick that out. Knutson. That's around to Nedved now. She'll dribble in. Yost. She'll go around the right side of the paint. They'll try a 10-foot jumper, too strong. Kira Cruz the rebound, and she'll just run the floor.
Another board
Outlet.
by Cruz.
Amari Ward. Trigstead, she'll try the three. There's the first three ball of the day. Liberty Trigstead gets on the board.
Yeah, good to see her get going early, and I'm sure the coaching staff has given her the confidence and the green light to let her shoot some early on in this game.
Amari Ward with the challenge once again. That's the plan today, is just challenge those ball handlers. It's not really a trapping defense, and there's Amari Ward just a little bit aggressive in the wing. Probably called for the reach. Yes, that is Amari Ward getting her first personal.
Yeah, Sioux Valley head coach Jamie Grantham really working hard at steering the ball to preferably the weak side of the floor, and we'll get our first media timeout.
The under five. So you were at the pep rally. So how was the pep rally today? A lot of
some good spirits.
Cossack crazies out there.
Some good spirits here out of the team was the first thing that I noticed. So that was fun. We got to hear from head coach Jamie Grantham, his assistant Brooke Mathern. The senior dads drew straws, and Dan Cruz won. So we heard a pep talk from Dan Cruz. He's the only senior dad, so no straws needed to be drawn. But
drawn straws for the one.
That's what we heard from. Pep rally was in good spirits, and Sioux Valley off to a fairly good start here at the early on in this game.
Yeah, 5-4 right now. That's the lead. You know, Wagner rode out to a 4-0 lead, but you know, it's kick, scratch, and claw time. Winner of this is going to play in the Consolation Championship tomorrow at the same time frame that we're doing right now. So we'll worry about that once the game is done. But that's the goal now. Once you're in the consolation bracket, you got to win it all. That's the deal. Yeah,
Coach Kopel over here in his timeout, re-emphasizing to his team, hey, we don't want the early turnovers. This was a squad that turned the ball over 25 times in the first half last night, and he wants to clean that up. Sioux Valley, they want to force them into some of those turnovers. When they can't, they want to get them stuck on one side of the floor and make it difficult to get the ball inside to Kopel. And everyone knows about her talent. I believe yesterday was she awarded South Dakota Gatorade Player of the Year, I believe.
She was, yep. That story's on 605sports.com. It's also all over Twitter, all over a lot of the Wagner Red Raider social medias as well.
Sideline look.
Kopel will get that over to number 20. That's Medricky, and she'll connect on the right block. So not only is she an efficient scorer, but she's a great distributor at the same moment.
And not only is she 6'3", but her sidekick is 6'2", that she dumps it off to inside.
Yeah. Kira Cruz will drive in right down the left side. Great take, Kira Cruz, and she's going to be heading to the foul line. I believe this is going to be a tap on the shoulder or on the head. I think our referee's going to give that motion. There it is. So that foul for Wagner on number 20, that is Raven Medricky. Third personal for the Red Raider, or third team foul for the Red Raiders. Kira Cruz on the line. She will connect on the first. That'll tie it up at 6. We do have our scoreboard app working today, so I've got times on there. I've got scores on there.
I like how it pops, kind of that bright white look there. I like it. And got a new addition here that's getting your advertisers, too, one at a time.
We were able to add some advertisers, so that keeps it all in the corner, and they just run on a loop.
I like it.
It's fantastic.
Good work.
Red Raiders around the arc now. That's number 14, Nedved, top of the key. Guarded by Talia Vincent. She'll drive down the left side. Vincent cuts her off. That's Lydia Yost. She'll go around the foul arc. The lob pass into Kopel, and that works.
Yeah, and she's tough at that. Going back where you come from, sometimes a simple concept, but she gets the post up, coming from the left side of the floor, and then just spins, goes back to her left, and gets the easy dump in.
So efficient in the paint.
Trigstead again.
Trigstead will connect on that spin and jump shot, so she's up to 5 points on her day.
Yeah, I like it, and I think it was important to get her going early.
There's some pressure by the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Trying to do something in the backcourt, trying to get those traps, steals, and easy buckets.
You see Sioux Valley fronting the post, putting a lot of pressure on that high-low pass.
There's another evidence of her vision out there as well. At 6'3", she can tower over some of those guards that are guarding her today. She'll be able to find teammates out there. Lydia Yost connects in the paint.
Yeah, and you see Coach Kopel trying to take advantage of that weak side cut versus Sioux Valley's sideline steer.
That 3-ball by Craddock off the mark. Red Raiders. This is the speed that they like to play at. They like to walk it across half court. It'll be a good idea for Sioux Valley to try to get into that track meet and just try to run these guys off the floor today. We'll see if we can do that.
Yeah, but I think Sioux Valley getting into that looks a lot different than Red Cloud getting into that. Red Cloud used their defense to create that.
Yep.
And I think Sioux Valley will use the pace of their offense to create that speed.
A small adjustment on my camera angle here, but that'll do it. Wagner's going to throw this in from their baseline. That is Lydia Yost looking for teammates, not finding anyone. Now the long pass. Number 10 on the floor now. That is Matea Bruguer.
There's the high.
Is Nedved over to
high
Yost.
low. They're trying to get it going once again.
Yeah, in talks with Jamie. That's going to be Amari Ward trying to get that out of there, but I think Ward was touching it as she landed out of bounds. So that'll go the way of the Red Raiders.
Amari Ward brought a lot of hustle with her here today. She always does.
That's her game. Long pass into number 20. That's Medricky, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. So a turnover by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like here at the high school level. I'd like to see that, the play on. If the defense clears that board or gets that steal, let that play continue on versus the stoppage of play and the inbound and awarding the team that actually ran out of the shot clock by getting their defense set. Now, different story if it's just late or they get an offensive rebound.
Talia Vincent with a 3-ball off the back of the iron. Long rebound run down by Trigstad, but she stepped on the baseline. So that will go the way of the Wagner Red Raiders. Wagner with a 10-9 lead here, 2:28 left to go in the first.
Sioux Valley rolling some pressure up.
Trigstad on the pressure now. Lydia Yost will try to get it across half court. Trigstad was screened there. This will be 10 over to Medricky. She's at the top of the key. Not a threat to shoot it from there. Kopel on the right block. She backs her way in. She'll draw a foul and head to the foul line. Another big part of her game is those foul shots. She's great at getting to the foul line, drawing those fouls, and she's pretty efficient on the foul line as well.
That one lands on Kaylee Craddock, will be her first foul. Team's third.
That shot rattles around. It finds the bottom, though. So Ashlyn Kopel, I believe she's ranked number 9 at her position nationwide. That's what gave her the Gatorade South Dakota Player of the Year.
Yeah, that.
She was either awarded that yesterday or it came out earlier this morning because that's when I found the story.
I think it was yesterday at some point during the day, and more so than anything, just her performances too. She's highly recruited. Everyone is after her nationwide, not just locally.
Yeah.
But she's earned it on the court.
She averages a double-double for Wagner. There was a turnover by Sioux Valley as I think it was Trigstad on the sideline over there, had a foot out of bounds as she was touching the ball, so that's how it caused the Wagner Red Raiders to have possession here.
Sioux Valley using Cruz on Medricky and using Craddock on Kopel.
14, that is Nedved. She'll get it to Kopel. 13 on their shot clock now. She puts a behind-the-back dribble on. They cut her off. Throw over to the wing. 7 on the shot clock. That is Bruguer. They'll throw it up to Yost. That's a big 3 from the top of the key, off the mark. Kira Cruz will rebound, and she'll run the floor.
Yeah, Yost is another talented player.
Talia Vincent from the corner. There's a 3-ball on the way. The assassin connects on her first.
Yeah, big bucket for her. Get her going. Something to go along with Liberty right now. She likes to shoot the 3. She's getting a shout out here. 93 threes on the season. That's not an easy task by any means. Only a very few people have gone over 100 in a season in South Dakota history.
Kopel drove that into the paint, had to fight through a double team to get that on the rim, and she'll draw another foul and head to the line. This foul will be on Kaylee Craddock. That is personal number 2 for Kaylee.
I'm sure Nate Vogel sitting over here next to us, I'm sure he'd be the first to tell you she got that shooting from her mom, not from her dad or her uncle. Who's she going to guard next?
Substitution on the floor for Wagner. They bring in number 20. Which one is it? But it'll be Medricky that's heading to the
Sioux Valley
bench.
quick into a free throw break opportunity here. And the Red Raiders all over it, kind of tie up Macy Top at half
Force
court.
a turnover. That was Liberty Trigstead that got a hold of it, and she will be fouled.
And Coach Kopel wants an explanation. He says, we're just there kind of cutting it off.
So that foul is on number 10 for Wagner. 10 is Matea Bruguer. Mari Ward back on the floor for the Cossacks. Macy Top will head to the bench. Trigstead's going to throw this in. We're under 1 minute left in this first quarter. Talia Vincent now. Near half court. She'll walk it in.
That 3-2 look out of the Red Raiders defensively.
Trigstead now will find Vincent looking into the paint, trying to get it to Craddock. Double teamed in there. Amari Ward will try the three, and that hits from the right wing. Amari Ward having end of the fun there.
Yeah, she's having a nice tourney. Was outstanding yesterday.
There's that pressure. Yost gets it down to the offensive end for Wagner. 20 on the game clock now. Shot clock's turned off. Kopel in the paint. Double teamed. Amari Ward forces that out. Long pass over the hands of Trigstead, and that'll go out of bounds. So they did their job officially. They got it out of Kopel's hands once she got it into the paint. Just could not connect on the long pass down the floor.
Yeah, and you can quickly identify the two paces that the coaches want. Coach Grantham wanting the ball pitched ahead, wanting transition. Wagner wanting to get way deep into the shot clock.
6 seconds left. That's Kopel on the right wing. She's trying to get closer, can't do it. Yost is going to try the three as the buzzer is going off. It rolls out, and that is our first quarter in the consolation bracket semifinal. It is a 15-13 lead by our Cossacks.
Yeah, very, very good first quarter, entertaining first quarter. A lot like last night where Wagner, the opponent, able to get up early with the first couple buckets. Then Sioux Valley settled in. Sioux Valley will take the quarter lead at 15-13. If you're the Red Raiders, they had an outstanding first quarter last night against Red Cloud, so they're saying, hey, we got to stay the course here and finish the deal. It kind of unraveled for them there in the last minute and a half or so before halftime last night. So they want to make sure that they're able to stay the course, get themselves to the locker room in a battle here on the scoreboard. They want to make sure that they get their inside touches. Sioux Valley wants to continue to try to pick up the pace.
First quarter stats will be brought to us by GP Auto, taking care of all your car repair needs, oil changes, engine repair, tire replacement. Grant & Friends will get you back on the road. Located on the east side of Brookings by Daktronics. Call and schedule your car appointment today. I've got Talia Vincent at 3, Liberty Trigstead at 5. Amari Ward hit a three-pointer. She's got 3. And Kira Cruz, a bucket in the paint and 2 free throws to get her to 4. So that 5 points by Liberty Trigstead, that gives her the game lead. She is the leader in the clubhouse.
Good to see her get going. You know, she's that fifth person in terms of a person that can get to double digits for us. At some point, we want to see Kaylee Craddock get going, though, as well. Sioux Valley has spread it out. 4 gals scoring to make those 15 points, and Kaylee Craddock not one of them. So just a matter of time before she gets going. At the same time, we're saying that, and across from her is the Gatorade Player of the Year. So
yeah, and, you know, she's got her 2 personals now in that first quarter, so we want to keep her out of that trouble as well. So we'll see what head coach Jamie Grantham has out of that, quarter break conversation. Sioux Valley's going to get possession number 1 of the second quarter. That'll be Liberty Trigstead throwing it in at half court. They're maneuvering their positions around a little bit. So he does have a plan, obviously, coming out of that quarter break, but they're setting up an offense. Wagner's going to drop into a zone now. Maybe that confused him a little
Wagner
bit.
once again given that 3-2 look. They did that on the last couple possessions of that first quarter as well.
Trigstead off the mark on the three-pointer. Cruz the offensive board. She gets it over to Kaylee Craddock on the right block, and it'll be Ashlyn Kopel that blocks that out of there. She could do that too.
Yeah, and you can see where Grantham wanted to get a touch right away. He wanted to see it go through Craddock's hands, and we don't blame him for that.
Kira Cruz from the elbow. She'll try that 15-footer off the back of the iron. Trigstead the offensive board. She'll get it out to Talia Vincent. There's another 3-ball on the way. Another offensive board. Kaylee Craddock. Trigstead around the arc. Talia Vincent with try number 2.
And she gets fouled.
And
She'll
she
get
will be
3 free
knocked to
throws
the
out of
floor
that.
on the box out. So 3 foul shots coming for Talia Vincent.
And that's an opportunity to kind of get yourself going. Not that she's not going, but now you get here, you get a 3-point shooter to the line to get 3 free ones. A lot of times gets them in rhythm.
That foul for the Red Raiders, that was on number 13. That is Genesis Patterson, her second personal. First team foul of the second quarter for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Sioux Valley really well represented out here in terms of the Cossack Crazies.
Talia Vincent, one of her first 2 so far. One more coming here. She can go 2 out of 3 on her tries. 16-13, a 3-point lead now in this second quarter early. Talia Vincent, try number 3. That's off the front of the iron, and it'll be Copel with the rebound. She'll run the floor. Long pass down the floor, intercepted by Trigstead. She'll turn around and take it for the Cossacks' way. Up to Amari Ward. She makes the move. Knocked out of her hands. She runs it down. Loose ball. Trigstead at the top of the key. So we'll restart from there.
Yeah.
Talia Vincent.
Not the cleanest game play.
Uh-oh.
You know, last night, both teams, just in that Dakota Valley-Sioux Valley game, such a clean, well-played game, especially the first 3 quarters of that game. Here tonight now, between the 2 teams, just kind of some, and a lot of it's being forced upon each other, but a lot of turnovers or just kind of unfluid stuff happening.
That was a miscommunication there as Talia Vincent trying to get it over to Trigstead, and Trigstead was just cutting the basket as it got thrown. That'll be a good drive by the Red Raiders, number 14. That's Braxton Nedved. She'll be fouled on her drive, and that'll be Talia Vincent picking up her first.
Yeah, again, the story to watch at home, Kaylee Craddock with 2 personal fouls. Will she pick up her third, and what will Sioux Valley choose to do if she does? And getting her some shot opportunities, some looks at the basket to kind of get her going.
Nedved misses the first foul shot. Try number 2 coming. That's off the back of the iron and out. Craddock's trying to run that down. It is Yost that picks up that rebound. Throw into Kira Cruz. She'll run the floor off that loose ball. Get it to the elbow. Another bad pass. Craddock runs it down, though. Mari Ward, she's got the open look from the top of the key. Off the back of the iron. Offensive board. Cruz backs it into on the left block, and that'll be off the mark. Craddock gets another try. Cruz with another offensive board. Try number 4 of this possession.
And Coach Grantham has to be happy with how Sioux Valley's rebounding tonight.
Mari Ward to Craddock. Craddock in the paint. She'll take it down the right side.
Oh, nice
Copel
move.
off the floor.
Nice
A scoop
move.
shot with the left hand. Kaylee Craddock got Copel off her feet and then went around her.
Yeah, just kind of sold it and then got the up and under to finish it.
It's a great move by the sophomore against a junior who is the South Dakota Player of the Year. Great move by Kaylee Craddock right there.
And here's Wagner now trying to give their Player of the Year a touch.
Look at that pressure on Copel in the paint. Cruz, Craddock always around her. Craddock's going to shadow her all day. That throw into number 13, and she just kind of falls down. That was Genesis Patterson. She got it on the right block, lost control of it, and then fell down.
Yeah, and we're going to see Medricky check back in for her. And again, just gives the Red Raiders even that much more height inside. 6'3" and 6'2" now as they want to run that high-low game. They're in their 3-2 zone. We'll see how Sioux Valley attacks it.
Talia Vincent across the timeline. She'll get it to the right wing. Throw that to Trigstead on the foul line. Craddock now. Left block. Long pass. Trigstead. Vincent's open in the corner. Off the back of the iron. Raiders run down that rebound. Copel now will take it across half court. Yost will get that over to Knutson. The throw in to Medricky, guarded by Kira Cruz. Off the bankboard and too strong. Amari Ward the rebound, up the floor. Vincent now, right corner. Cruz will take it right down the side of the paint.
There she is.
Nobody stopped her. The 6-foot point guard acts like a forward on that one. Great drive right down the paint.
Yeah, Kira Cruz is having an outstanding tourney.
Sioux Valley's opened this up to a 7-point lead now. Ashlyn Copel double teamed as she picks up her dribble. Trying to get it to a teammate. That's Liberty Trigstead getting hands on that. We've got a jump ball. That possession arrow will stay.
And should take us to the media.
With the Red Raiders, and that'll be a media timeout. We've got one thing we got to do when we get to media, so let me read this quick. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Part of our guidelines that we have to do. Thank you to South Dakota Public TV for allowing us to do this.
I'm not sure the exact time. I know they haven't scored this quarter and the last couple minutes of the first, but Wagner in quite a long drought here in terms of getting a bucket or any point up on the board.
That's partly because of, in my opinion, Sioux Valley trying to defend Copel the way they are. You just saw it right there when she didn't have the ball in her hands. There was still Cruz and Craddock that were around her, denying her to get it in that paint. When she's in the paint, she's very efficient, but if you can force her teammates to try to keep up with the other team, that's when you can get the Red Raiders in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, when she's down low, Sioux Valley's got a double team with Craddock and Cruz on her, and when she's up high, they're showing her more respect than they're showing on Medricky, and they're putting a little pressure, making the pass inside difficult on her. Again, great to see all the crazies out here, especially this fourth grade crew. They made it on the scoreboard up here a couple times. They got their Homer hankies or whatever you call them, rally towels.
Rally towel, terrible towels, whatever you got,
And they're having a good time. They play tomorrow morning over in Deadwood. So the cupboard's not bare for youth, boys and girls basketball and the up-and-comers in the Cossack program.
Red Raiders take it off of that immediate timeout. That's Yost at the top of the key, looking for Copel, as they always are. She'll drive it down the left side, get to about 10 feet. That's an air ball. Medricky with the offensive board. Cruz blocks that shot. Amari Ward runs it down. Sioux Valley the other way now. Trigstad around the arc. That's Ward. Kaylee Craddock's got the open look. She'll shoot it right over Copel, right in her face. Three-pointer by Kaylee Craddock. It's a 10-point lead now. Sioux Valley on an 8-0 run to start this second quarter. We've got just over 4 minutes left in the second. Amari Ward with the defense against Lydia Yost right at the top of the key. Get that to Knutson. She's guarded by Trigstad. That's Medricky. She'll find Copel at the elbow. That's a jumper from 15 feet. Kind of a fadeaway at the same time. Off the mark. Talia Vincent will run down that rebound. Long pass. Trigstad. She'll try the three. Off the back of the iron. It rattles around. Cruz is going to steal it away. But we're going to call that a reach in or a shot on the arm. That's Pete Entringer on the call. Kira Cruz is going to get her second.
And we're going to see Knutson come in for her.
Yeah, Skylar Knutson will give Kira Cruz a little breather. Just trying to keep Kira out of foul trouble, more or less.
Yeah, Sioux Valley's in foul trouble. Kira Cruz with 2, Kaylee Craddock with 2.
They are afforded a 10-point lead at the moment, so you can put Kira on the bench for a bit and hopefully not lose too much. Skylar Knutson, young and upcoming. Is she a sophomore, I think, right?
Yes.
Got to get my roster back out here again.
Correct.
No, Skylar is going to be just fine. She had a great JV season, so we'll have high hopes for Skylar Knutson. 14, that's
Knutson's a 6-foot sophomore center for this Sioux Valley team.
Copel now, right wing, guarded by Craddock. She backs up to the three-point line, picks up her dribble, has to get that back over to Nedved. 4 in their shot clock. They're running out of time and getting farther away. As the shot clock goes off, it is a violation. It did not hit the rim. You can see the terrible towels waving by the Sioux Valley Cossack Crazies.
This is also the shot clock violation is going to allow Kira Cruz to be able to come back offensively for Sioux Valley. So what you see here, Sioux Valley wants to maintain a lead of some sort. Doesn't have to stay at 10 or double digits, but they also need to have Craddock and Cruz not pick up their third. If you're Wagner, you need any sort of rally to get a couple buckets on the board or a bucket on the board this quarter.
Cruz is going to throw that over to Vincent. Craddock now top of the key, around to Trigstad. She'll fake the three, give it some space. Amari Ward, top of the key now. She'll drive down the left side of the lane. A great take against Yost! And one
for Ward.
She gets past Lydia Yost. Los fouls are on the layup attempt. Amari Ward connects and will have the N1 opportunity. What a drive from the top of the key. Just took one step and she was past Yost just like that.
Once again, the dead ball situation helping Coach Grantham out here. He can bring Knutson back in defensively and bring Cruz out.
Amari Ward with her N1 opportunity. Foul shot on the way, and she drills it. So Amari Ward now up to...
Sioux Valley wanted the ball back again. Got the made bucket. Hey, we're just going to inbound it again, score as many times as we can here before Wagner wants to take it to the other end of the court.
Copel showing off some of her ball handling skills there. Now she's got a double team. They'll get that over to Patterson. She gets cut off, and it's going to be a foul, not a tie-up. Amari Ward is going to get personal number 2.
Passionate fans for both these schools here. Any foul that's called, of course, they're faithful are going to wish it went the other way.
The Boo Bird's always out. It's always the referees, man.
How was it this morning, Salzy? Did you get out and get some pictures taken or anything? See some wildlife?
I did see a mountain goat on my trek through Spearfish Canyon. I didn't see a mountain goat in some years, but that was fun.
Mountain goat and Spearfish Canyon.
Yep.
There's Craddock's
going to try another 3. That was blocked by Kopel. She is showing her full set of skills here in this first half so far. That was a block on a 3-point shot by a shooter that is 5'11 herself.
So the question of the moment right now is, when is the last time the Red Raiders have scored a point?
Yeah, I don't know when they got to 13 in that first, but we just got underneath 2 minutes left in the second quarter. That foul is on Liberty Trigstead, her first.
And Kira Cruz going to check back in.
Check back in for the defensive side of things.
So you're hoping here that she doesn't spin that foul.
Los will throw this in from the baseline for the Red Raiders. Looking for Kopel, as they always are. Double team there. Hands it off to Yost. She'll try a 3 from the corner. Off the side of the iron. Long rebound. Talia Vincent gets hands on it. That'll be a tie-up, and that's going to head the way of Sioux Valley.
Yeah, it's been a long night for Yost. She's capable of making those shots. They know it. Their coaches are just continuing to encourage her. You don't always play on back-to-back nights during the regular season, but here you're playing in less than back-to-back nights. You know, Wagner took the court in the last game last night, and here this afternoon they're playing again already.
Cruz on the right block. A great pass in. Just rattles around and falls out. She's smiling about it.
Yep.
No, she should have connected on that, but it just rattled around and came out of there. Kopel showing you her ball handling skills. Part of the reason why she's one of the best recruits out there in the country. Still hasn't made a decision on where she's going to go.
120 mark, and the Red Raiders get their first bucket of the quarter. Good foul by Liberty, actually.
A steal by number 10. That is Matea Bruguer, and it was Liberty Trigstead that got a hand in on that.
Yeah, Liberty's complaining about the foul call, but you should actually probably be given a thank you. That was going to be a run-out layup for the Red Raiders, so that foul doesn't hurt anything. Other than, I guess it is bonus. Didn't realize that. I thought they had a team foul to kill. The other thing now, 4 Sioux Valley Cossacks out of this starting lineup with 2 apiece.
So Trigstead picks up her second. Yeah, Amari Ward's got 2. Cruz and Craddock both with 2 fouls as well. This sends Matea Bruguer to the line. First foul shot bounces off the back. What do we need there? You're looking for something?
Nope, nothing. Just looking for the Celsius that Salzy hooked me up with a Celsius here, our sponsors, one of our sponsors.
Yeah, hopeful sponsors, yes. Amari Ward with a great rebound right there. She'll take it the other way for Sioux Valley. 1:15 left to go in this first half. Craddock, top of the key, hands it over to Vincent. We reset it from there.
This is where Grantham a lot of times likes to get that touch inside from Craddock to Cruz or vice versa.
Trying to get it to Cruz just past her
now
fingertips.
Here's going to probably be some mass subbing by Coach Grantham with all the people out there with 2 fouls. He's bringing Knutson. He's going to bring Macy Top. I don't know if you'll see Miley Keating as well possibly here. Just bringing these guys for defense so certain players don't pick up that extra foul.
So Knutson and Macy Top come in. Kira Cruz and Amari Ward will come off.
It's a fine line you walk, Salzy, here, because you don't want Wagner to get 2-3 buckets to end the half as well and get them going. So you sub a couple, but not everyone.
Well, I've been playing blackjack all week. You take your chances when you can. You're up 10 with a minute to go here in the first half. Put a couple of subs in there and see if they can't make a stop. That is number 14 around the corner, Nedved. She'll get that over to Kopel. Double team coming. Nedved's going to try the 3 ball off the front of the iron. Macy Top fighting for a rebound. Loest picks up that loose ball in the paint, and we're going to have a foul on.
And that will be 2 free throws. That's going to go off one of our bench players, Macy Top.
Macy Top is going to get a personal there, a shot on the arm of Lydia Yost. She'll head to the foul line for 2 shots.
And once again, the dead ball opportunity going to allow Coach Grantham to bring his starting lineup back on the floor going to offense for what will probably be the last possession of the half. He's pretty good at a false motion out top and then go into his set. I'm guessing probably try to end with a high-low from Cruz to Craddock, other than the matchup might force him to go somewhere else.
Yost does not connect on the first free throw, so free throw number 2 coming. Lost a couple dribbles, takes that, and she does connect on the second try. So
Wagner counters, wanting to slow down that sideline break, free throw break of Sioux Valley. Coach Kopel goes with his own substitution, forcing the dead ball, gets his defense set, and he knows the importance of getting a stop here on a quarter that you've only mustered up 4 points.
I'm telling you, Vincent, across the timeline. So 30 on the shot clock, about 32
Here's
on the game clock.
False motion by Sioux Valley. Typically, then this a lot of times goes into a high-low from Cruz to Craddock. I wonder if they'll switch the roles since Copel's guarding Craddock.
We're done with the motion.
And they
Vincent's going to bring that in. That's Craddock now, right wing. Around the arc, that's Trigstead. They find Craddock on the left block. Pass Copel off the bankboard and
Great
in.
bucket, great execution. We were talking last night, Sioux Valley missed the screens on that set.
6 seconds left. Down to 4. Copel way too far away. That is going to be a
Three-ball
three
look.
ball as the clock
Got
running
it.
down. She nailed it.
Big bucket for the Red Raiders headed to halftime.
Number 10, Matea Bruguer. She connects on that at the buzzer for the first half. And that is going to give us a 28-20 lead as we head to halftime.
What a half, Salzy. Salzy, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put Nate Vogel on the spot here.
Oh, okay.
The head coach of the Augustana Vikings women's program and is just completed his first season or your second season?
First one there.
First season.
Coach,
so I'm going to turn my headset over to him, and you guys are going to get to chat a little bit here. Surprise interview with Nate Vogel.
Get his microphone up there. There we go. Coach Vogel, how are we doing, my man?
I'm good. How are you?
What brings you to Spearfish? Are we looking for anyone in particular or just enjoying some South Dakota basketball?
Yeah, so we spent the day yesterday in Rapid watching the Double A's, and we have a kid from Sioux Falls, Washington committed to us there, and a few others that we're talking to and spending all day today at the A's here in Spearfish, and played at Black Hills, obviously, and so able to see some friends and so on. So good to kind of double do it.
You have like a first row type of view of South Dakota basketball. It seems like it increases every year. The athletic ability, the ability of these teams to play well together. When all 8 teams come to this state tournament, pressure seems to be the key, especially with the ones moving on to the semifinals. What are your thoughts on how South Dakota is developing in girls basketball over this last decade?
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I spent last week at the Iowa State tournament, and that the bigger classes there, you got kids going Virginia Tech and multiple D1 offers, and South Dakota has some big names. Obviously, we're watching Copel right now, and she's going to have the pick of wherever the heck she wants to go, and a lot of talent in South Dakota, and it's really good to see. Especially since I was in high school and even college, there's some really, really talented girls basketball players out there.
We get to see at least 2 Division I commits here, as Kaylee Craddock has verbally committed to USD. Copel is getting offers everywhere, still hasn't committed, but talk to me about what you see in Ashlyn Copel from a head coaching position. She's got like 5 tools that she has. She's very good in them all. She's so efficient in the paint. What are your thoughts on Ashlyn Copel?
Yeah, got to see her a lot this summer actually with her Sanford team, and so a little different situation than she has with her high school team.
Yeah, right.
She's putting in some different positions obviously when she plays with the AAU team and has some talented players around her, but she can do everything. She can hit the 3, she can go inside, she can handle the ball. And especially at her size is something that's really unique. But I think she's going to be a really good player. I'm interested to see. We were just talking right now about where she's going to end up, and it's interesting. She has all kinds of offers. I'm interested to see when she's going to pick one. Probably like most of us here in South Dakota, it's kind of a cool thing when you have a kid that talented that has the offers that she has. Exciting just for us South Dakotans to have a player like that we can kind of cheer for when she moves on.
Probably see her on TV at some point.
I'm sure we will.
Depending on what team that is. But she's going to find the best fit for her. That's obviously why she's waited so long. She's got so many offers, she can pick the best one. Head coach Jamie Granham of Sioux Valley talked about her efficiency in the paint. So if she gets 15 tries in the paint, she'll score on 13 of those tries. Is there anyone that you've seen that can efficiently score like that? Maybe not current, but girls of the past that you've seen in South Dakota.
Yeah, well, gosh, I'm probably not the best one to ask about. I haven't been in South Dakota for a while now,
right.
So
okay.
Just kind of spending the last 5 years in Texas and Montana a couple years before that. So
how about Texas then? Maybe is there something similar that you see in Texas being 6'3" and efficient?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Division I kids in Texas that are going to the SEC schools. And
Buster Vincent coming in.
Former roommate Buster Vincent.
This guy's an All-American on this court right here. He's down here watching
how well everybody can get assists and pass the ball, but
Well, we have
for the
clearly
position
lost
he played,
control
you
of the
think he'd have a few
halftime
more
show,
assists,
brought to
but
us
boy,
by.
he could shoot the crap out of it.
So talking, Buster Vincent is a name that would probably pop up first in regards to that last question.
Yeah.
The most efficient kid out of South Dakota I've seen in quite some time.
We've had some good ones come through here. Macy Miller, Maya Selland, Copel's, I think it's a cousin, right? Not Ash, Mandy Copel. Is that a cousin or an aunt or?
I'm not sure.
Bill, what's the connection there? Mandy Copel.
Would be an aunt.
Aunt. Mandy Copel would be an aunt. That was a star with USD, 20 years ago or so.
Yeah, fun fact, actually. I just found out last week that I am related to Copel. So she's a cousin of mine.
And that is a great example of South Dakota right there.
Yeah.
That's the small town connections right there.
Right.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Kind of fun.
Didn't even know it. Well, whenever you get some insider information, you'll have to share it with Bill, and then we'll put it on these broadcasts. But we're kind of running out of broadcasts. Augustana, how did this year go for Augustana? Just give me a little Viking story.
Yeah, tough year this year. I came into a situation where there was only 4 kids on the roster.
Okay.
And got the job in May. And so this year we were just kind of filling spots to be able to put a team on the floor. And but moving forward, we think we got some really good kids coming in, and we're going to hit the portal, just like I think most college coaches are doing nowadays. And so we'll bring in some kids, and we'll see. Not that past performance predicts anything in the future, but second year in Montana, I took over a program there that 0 kids on the roster. Literally every single kid had transferred out or quit, and we were 33-1 in year 2 there.
You're used to rebuilding then.
Yeah, Texas was the same situation. Had won 0 games the year before I got there, and year 2 we were undefeated in the division and beat a few Division I teams. So we'll see if we can pull it off in year 2. That's the goal.
It's an exciting time at Augustana. They've got all sorts of building and things. The hockey team is certainly making an impact there on the campus. Talk to me about the vibe on the campus. So what's going on there?
It's a great place. You referenced the hockey arena. We also have a brand new weight room in there, $90 million facility. Very fortunate on the basketball side. Men's and women's basketball have our own standalone practice gym that's available to our kids 24 hours a day.
Sure.
And then, we got 6 strength coaches, 20 trainers, 2 team doctors. I mean, it's a Division I situation.
Yeah.
So very fortunate. Obviously, a lot of amenities in Sioux Falls that helps with recruiting and all that kind of stuff. So we think we're in a good spot, and excited to see what year 2 brings for us.
Well, Coach Vogel, thanks for the visit, man. I'll let you get back to your buddies over there just down the hall there.
Thanks for having me.
A great conversation with the head coach of Augustana, Coach Vogel.
Good luck to the Cossacks.
That's right. We've got about 3 minutes left of our halftime show. We're going to get the headphones back to Bill Vincent here. Hi there, Bill. How you doing?
Easy to tell. You can hear it right there that Coach Vogel's going to get it going at Augustana. Just a matter of time, and that will happen quicker than you think. So we wish him the best, and thanks for coming on the air at a spare moment there. We appreciate it.
That conversation with the Augustana head coach brought to us by Health Source Chiropractic, sponsors of our Health Source halftime show. Justin and Luke will take great care of you. Experience top quality care at Health Source Chiropractic on 22nd Avenue in Brookings, across from the water tower. To find lasting pain relief, call Justin and Luke and book your appointment today. Normally we look around the South Dakota Scorefeed app. We really don't have to do too much today. I can tell you I was watching Dubrook take Parkston to overtime in Huron, and then Parkston made a shot, I think with like 21 seconds left to go, and Dubrook just couldn't overcome that. So they lose in overtime.
You just get to the stage where it's kind of like everyone's pulling for them to get the W. The first trip ever. I think it'll be Hill City will be that team that gets all that exposure next week on the boys' side in the State A. But have they come to play or what? They take the number 1 seed down to the final minute of the game, man. And then they go and push this game to overtime. That's the 8th seed. That's the 8th seed in their first ever state tourney. So we hope that Coach DeBeer and his squad finds a W tomorrow to end the tourney. And if they don't, it won't be by lack of effort. They'll coach them up hard and they'll get them ready to go. It's the same thing you're seeing here with this Sioux Valley team. Coach Grantham understands the importance of turning around, never losing 2 in a row, getting back out here, getting a state tournament W. This is 8 of the best. These guys are all, used to say they're all region champs. They're all SODAC 16 champions.
Yeah, right.
It's not by accident that a team gets here. So every opponent that you play over these 3 days is tough in their own right.
Red Raiders come back onto the floor, but don't really warm themselves up. They just go back to the bench, sit down.
No, I think rest is a big part of their key at halftime, and it should be. This is a team that had a lot of trips up and down the court last night against Red Cloud, and I think intentionally they are coming out late to, hey, rest our legs. Same thing with Sioux Valley. They're going to be pretty casual in their stuff, too. It's 5 starters for these two teams for the most part that need to play all the minutes. I think it was important that the Red Raiders came up with the 3-point play that kind of finally got them going again, and then they got a free throw and another bucket to end the half. Otherwise, that was a long, probably 8-minute stretch to end the first and the first 6 minutes of that second quarter.
I think it was just under 2 minutes left in that that second quarter, and that's when the Red Raiders finally got a bucket on the board. They ended up scoring 7 in the quarter, so they got 7 points in the last 2 minutes, but it took a while. And in that time, that's when Sioux Valley built up a 10-point lead a couple of times in that. It's an 8-point lead right now.
The story within the story, Salzy, is going to be the foul situation for Sioux Valley. 4 of the 5 starters with 2 fouls apiece. Where will foul number 3 land, and what will that look like?
Let's not do it at the 7:28 mark or something like we did last night. Let's wait a while. Let's get to halfway through the third quarter before someone gets that third one.
Yes.
Other sponsors we're going to thank right now: Back Alley Meats, Buster's Auto Brokers, Nick's Hamburgers, the legendary hamburger spot in downtown Brookings. When's the last time you had a Nick's hamburger? Oh boy,
Nick's Hamburgers can't go wrong with a stop at Nick's Burgers. That's for sure. Do they still have the wagon that kind of goes out the cart and do the
summertime?
Do the stop by, and that was always good as well.
Jimmy John's right on 6th Street in Brookings,
Freaky
the Man Cave Barbershop, all proud sponsors of these Sioux Valley athletic basketball games. They're going to be sponsors again when we get to the fall and football takes over. You're going to be my partner for the football as well. We'll have a huge group.
Exciting stuff.
Wagner is going to get possession number 1 as we start our second half. We are underway. That is Lydia Yost, guarded by Ward. She picks up her dribble way too far away from the basket. Gets it over to Brew Gooer. 14, that is Nedved. She'll dribble around the arc. Medricky.
Yeah, Sioux Valley giving a couple players no respect out on the perimeter, or you could say, all the respect in the world to Copel as they double and triple team her.
Officially, the referee called that a double dribble, but it was kind of a carry at the same moment. He got to pick and choose which one he wanted, so a turnover by Wagner.
Yeah, regardless, if you're from Sioux Valley, you like the call.
Sioux Valley's going to take this over. That's Talia Vincent across the timeline. Little false motion. Kier Cruz over to Ward. Now Talia Vincent. And she'll try the 3. Everyone jumped off of her. And she'll try the open look. Off the mark, it's Ashlyn Copel, all world, getting that rebound, running the floor.
First few minutes of the third quarter, always important for each team, each coaching staff to get their team going.
14, that is Nedved. She'll dribble to the elbow, try a 15-footer. Off the mark, Kier Cruz the rebound.
Comes off that brush screen up top and gets the pull up at the free throw line. It just wouldn't stick.
Cruz will run the floor, but it's going to be knocked out of her hands by Yost, and then it hits Kira in the knee and goes out of bounds, so that'll be a turnover by Sioux Valley.
Yeah, Yost gets by with that ball tap, kind of a tap down, and a lot of times on that, then that will roll off the offensive player's leg and out of bounds, and that's what happened there.
Still scoreless here in the third quarter. Both teams now still trying to connect. Medricky will throw that back to Yost. Yost is going to drive in, kick it back to the three-point line, fakes it, and then throws it across the arc. Off to Copel now. She's double-teamed. That's Vincent that gets it out of her hands. Medricky now, 9 on their shot clock. Copel guarded by Craddock from 15 feet. There's your third foul. It only took about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Kaylee Craddock's going to get personal number 3, but that's what Copel can do. On that drive, she kind of forces the contact and gets to the foul line all the time.
Has body balance enough to lean into the defender and draw the foul.
She's a special player, Bill.
She is.
She will connect on her first. That's the first point for either team in this third quarter, but it's still a 7-point lead. Macy Top will come on, and Liberty Trickstead will take a breather.
Yeah, score last and score first. The Red Raiders get that off their checklist.
Copel with the second foul try. She's very efficient from that, but that rolls out. Kaylee Craddock with the rebound. She'll take it the other way. Long pass up to Talia Vincent. She's at the top of the key. Amari Ward in the corner. There's a 3-ball on the way. Long rebound by Kaylee Craddock. Second try. She's trying to spin against Copel. Throw it out to Talia Vincent. She's got the open look off the front of the iron that time. And that'll be the Red Raiders that
Craddock keeps it alive again.
Kaylee Craddock steals it out of there. Another block on a three-pointer by Copel. Top runs it down. Try number 4 coming now. Top in the corner. She'll drive into the paint. Everyone falls off of her. And I think she was just surprised by how open that layup was. Her second try, she'll be fouled on that. So this is Macy Top heading to the foul line.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see that right away. So Craddock picked up her third, so I just assumed that's where Macy Top was coming into the game. But she ended up coming in for Liberty.
For LT.
And am I seeing Liberty down there on the bench anywhere?
No. Maybe.
So we might have missed a little something going on out there. But
could be being retaped or something. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, we're seeing a fresh-legged Macy Top into the game,
Top
which can be positive.
Connects with one of those free throws. So we're back to an 8-point lead.
She'll be the freshest player for either team out on the floor. We'll see if that pays into a hustle play.
Ashlyn Kopel dribbles across the timeline. Gets sent off to teammates, now 23. That's Knutson on the left wing. Back to Kopel on the elbow. She'll throw it down to Yost. Little high-low game, and it's going to be Amari Ward that will foul Lydia Yost. That'll send Yost to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, an adjustment for Coach Kopel and this Wagner team. They're going to move her inside, move Yost inside. She's getting a lot of perimeter looks that wouldn't fall for her in that first half. And they're thinking that now we can get this down, maybe a better matchup, and also get her going by getting an easy bucket or a trip to the foul line.
Yost connects on that first one. We were hoping it was going to take a while for those third fouls to show up, but now it's Craddock with 3, Amari Ward with 3, and we're at 5:28 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, and whatever we have in missing Liberty Trickstead right now.
Craddock runs down that rebound. She'll run the floor. Amari Ward now. Back to Craddock, top of the key. She's guarded by Yost now, so the Red Raiders have also changed that up. Kira Cruz in the paint. She'll turn and spin. Kick it out to Ward. She's got the open look. That's a 3-ball. In and good, Amari Ward.
See this Sioux Valley team playing with a lot of emotion and excitement. You know it means something. You might have lost last night. You're in the consolation bracket, but playing for a lot here yet.
Kopel able to get that away from Macy Top. Now she's fighting to get to the rim, and that's going to be on Kaylee Craddock. Personal number 4 for Craddock. Something that Kopel is able to do. You're trying your best to defend her, including slapping on things, and a lot of times she gets foul shots out of that.
Yeah, Coach Graham's going to have to decide where to go. He's going to choose Knutson at the moment, which is going to give Sioux Valley 2 true post players on the floor. Not the end of the world because of the team you're going against tonight.
Yeah, and Skylar Knutson not having any personals. It'll be her turn to bang on Ashlyn Kopel for a while. Still a 9-point lead, now an 8-point lead by Sioux Valley. This will be a
media timeout. Couldn't have came at a better time if you're Sioux Valley. That buys you some time to maybe see Liberty Trickstead return to the court. I don't know if it was an injury, an illness, or like you say, hey, we just need to go back in and retape, make some adjustments for the second half that way. But she is not out here on the bench or in the team bench area at the moment. And in the meantime, Kaylee Craddock has picked up personal foul number 4. And that's where things go. We also have a hot hand with Amari Ward. She has 9 points, a hot hand. She's had a good tourney as well, but she has 3 personal fouls well.
When we get to our media timeouts, this is our opportunity for complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships. Visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. So Jamie Granham coming up with some sort of plan there in the media timeout.
Coach Granham has a lot of ways he can go. They had a very successful JV squad this season under head coach Brooke Mathern, and her assistants for her. She was getting help down there as well during her JV games from Taylor Ash and Leah Hope.
Liberty Trickstead back on the bench now. Jamie Granham's asking Pete Entringer if she can go in right now. We're going to have to.
Which she can't, but he could buy her back in with a timeout. She needs to get there and get reported by that 15-second horn, the first horn. But she is back, so that's a good sign for the Sioux Valley faithful. As soon as the ball's inbounded, she'll check in.
She is checking in right now. So our next whistle, Liberty Trickstead back on the floor. That's good news. Vincent across the timeline. That's Amari Ward. Kira Cruz now. Over to Macy Top. Talia Vincent. She'll find some space at the top of the key. Yost fell off of her on defense. And Talia Vincent will nail it.
Yeah, she needed to see that one go through. That will get her confidence going again. Not that she's she's always confident.
She's pretty confident the way it is, but I mean, look, we've seen that all season long.
Short memory, right? If you miss, move on.
And on defense, if you're going to fall off of her and give her that space at the top of the key, you're just asking for trouble on defense.
Yeah, sometimes she'll go through those stretches of the ball not going through, and then all of a sudden she hits three before you know what happened. But right now they could use a couple. 35-24 here, 10-point cushion, 11-point cushion, 4.5 to go in the third.
Talia Vincent, top of the key, hand off to Amari Ward. She's guarded by Yost. Macy Top's going to drive it in the paint. Trakestad back in now. Skylar Knutson taking a breather. Knutson's going to spin against Coble. Get down to the right block. Trying to force a foul, and they do. That was just a big swat. So it's going to be a shot on the arm by Ashlyn Copel, but that is only her first personal.
Yeah, and head coach Copel not going to be happy with that foul call. And like I say, two passionate fan sections here.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what call you make. Someone's going to want it to go the other way here tonight in the state A tourney.
Kira Cruz connects on the first free throw. This is Skylar Knutson coming in.
Sioux Valley trying to play with 6 players right now.
Amari Ward is going to come out of there.
But
a little confusion on who is coming out.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too confusing because they're just trying to save fouls for these people. Amari Ward with 3, Kaylee Croddick with 4.
Yep. So Cruz second foul try, and that will connect as well. So Cruz does her job, forces that all the way down to the right block, gets a foul on Copel, and then connects on both the free throws. Skylar Knutson guarding Copel now. She'll go right to the rack. Copel, so tough, so efficient in the paint, and that'll force a timeout by Red Raider head coach Michael Copel.
Yeah, I understand it. You want to get your team, keep them fresh, go to maybe set up something defensively here, but it kind of seems like right now that allows Sioux Valley to get reorganized.
Yeah.
It definitely allows them to bring an offensive unit back onto the floor when he's been saving the foul trouble. It allows you to double check, okay, Liberty, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
And get regrouped. So I think that timeout's okay if you're in the Sioux Valley huddle.
Plus, you can start to plan some defensive pressures like this now. If they really want to start challenging those ball handlers that are not Copel, you can plan it right now. Head coach Shane McGranum, he's got the clipboard out. He's writing things down.
What did you say Copel was averaging coming in?
Double-double. I'm not sure on the numbers of it. We'd have to look that up, but she's got 14 today.
Their team only has 26.
Yeah.
Sioux Valley defensively getting it done here tonight.
Yeah, Copel's got 14, but the rest of this surrounding staff for Ashlyn Copel being held in check at the moment.
That might be her average, 26, and that's all that they've mustered up here as a team total.
Copel's the only one in double digits for the Red Raiders at 14. That's a game-high 14 at the same time. Red Raiders trying to bring some pressure here now. Trakestad pick up her dribble. Kira Cruz at half court. She'll throw it into the foul line. That's Trakestad.
Well,
tough defense there. Macy Top back to Trakestad.
You now know why Wagner wanted the timeout, and they moved Copel up to apply their pressure, put her on the top of this zone defense to see if she can get some tips and some runouts for this Red Raider team.
Trakestad will try that three from the right wing off the front of the iron. Skylar Knutson, a great offensive board. Over to Cruz, second try, Talia Vincent, but we're going to have a travel call by Kira Cruz first.
Okay, so if you're Sioux Valley, you're probably okay with that. You see what Wagner has now for a defensive strategy to try to force some turnovers. You handle it okay. You get a big second chance opportunity with the rebound from Knutson.
They bring Med Ricky back on, the Red Raiders do, so maybe that's the only time we're going to see that pressure. I don't know.
And Sioux Valley now, they've got things rolled up here. They're 2-3, getting the ball out of the ball handler's hand, and then everyone will rotate from there.
Vincent on the defense of Lydia Yost, number 5 for the Red Raiders. Throw that around. That is Nedved. She'll get it up to Med Ricky, back to Yost. It's Kira Cruz that is just shadowing Copel in the paint. That shot's off the mark. Trakestad the rebound. Talia Vincent, they don't guard her at the three-point line. Oh, man. Off the front of the iron. Long rebound. Ping-ponging around. We're going to have a tie-up. Macy Top jumped to the floor to do that. But the possession arrow is going to go the other way for Wagner. But great job of Macy Top to get her hands in there, dive on the floor.
So on this end, if you're the Red Raiders, you probably wanted Yost to get a trip to the foul line. If you're Sioux Valley, they got the quick transition. The ball didn't fall, but they got the tie-up. You're seeing two fresh bodies out there for Sioux Valley. Knutson and Top bringing the energy right now.
Red Raiders get it to Copel at the top of the key, and she was trying to throw it to a teammate, but she's going to have a foul called. I believe Talia Vincent getting that one, number 10.
She's getting in on the party as well. She now has 2, so everyone on this squad, 2 or more fouls. A couple with 4, one with 3.
for Sioux Valley. That's the 4th team foul in the quarter as well. Long pass into Nedved. She'll get it around the arc. Yost at the top of the key. We're going to get a timeout.
We're going to get a warning.
No, a warning.
We're going to get a warning on head coach Kopel.
Michael Kopel being warned by the referee there. Some sort of conversation going on. Michael Kopel still yapping in that referee's ear.
Yeah,
now he'll give it a break.
His next one now would turn into a technical foul should that happen again. But
Kopel,
he's experienced.
Double teamed, spins away from it on the baseline.
And he wants them to get their defense set. He'll bring Kopel up top.
Yep.
They'll use their length to try to get a turnover out on top.
Vincent will throw that into Kira Cruz. She's also double teamed. Medricky on her. Macy Top now on the wing. Back to Vincent at the top of the key. Double team there. Kopel now the top of this defense, showing that she can bring pressure in a different way rather than just guarding in the paint. Talia Vincent left all by herself. Off the side of the iron, long rebound, Liberty Trigstad. Second opportunity coming. They throw it over to Vincent again, looking to get it to Cruz on the block. Cut off there. Skylar Knutson will get it to Cruz in the paint. She'll spin against Medricky. Draw the foul and one! Kira Cruz, the senior, connects on that bucket against Medricky. That's the chance you take when you put Kopel at the top of that defense. It leaves it with the Red Raiders to try to defend with everyone else. Kira Cruz, unbelievable shot right there. The N1 free throw, she connects on that as well. The senior leader. That'll bring a timeout by head coach Jamie Granum. We've opened this up to a 12-point lead now, 40-28, 1:47 left to go in this third quarter. What a possession right there. Get the offensive board, find a way to get it back to Cruz in the paint. She spins against a girl that is 6'2" and connects on it as she's being fouled. The foul went to Lydia Yost. She picks up her third for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to sleep on Kira Cruz. I'm sure everyone had her in their scouting report coming in, but she's just shy, I think, of 900 career points, and she's over 800 career rebounds. She's had an outstanding career. Only senior on this Sioux Valley squad, Kira Cruz. We got to hear from her dad at the pep rally.
Yeah, the seniors drew straws.
Yeah, senior dads drew straws, and Dan Cruz gets the dub as the only senior dad.
So that moves Kira Cruz. She's got 11 now, so she's the first Cossack to get to double digits on her points. The game leader still Ashlyn Kopel, as expected. She's got 16 for the Red Raiders, but only 28 as a team. So again, it's Kopel that's going off on the offensive end for the Red Raiders, but no one else is. Everyone else being held in check.
Coach Granum just has to be very excited, very happy with the defensive effort out of his squad tonight.
And right now, I mean, we're surviving right now and increasing the lead with Kaylee Craddock on the bench and her 4 fouls. Amari Ward on the bench at the moment as well.
Yeah, they're going to.
So we got to keep those 2 posts out there. So
they're going to buy time till the fourth quarter before we see Craddock again, especially with this lead.
Yeah. Double team at the half-court stripe. They find it to Kopel on the left wing. Nedved, that's around to Patterson. They'll find Yost at the elbow. She's trying to drive in. She's also trying to get it to Kopel, and it's going to be a push. It was a lob pass, and as Kopel jumped up to get it, that's when Cruz pushed her.
And
so
that'll
Kira
be her
Cruz
third.
will be getting her third personal, but that'll send Ashley Kopel to the line, as that is 5 team fouls for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. So
yeah,
Red Raiders
here now, I think that they've been in double bonus.
Red Raiders in bonus now, so Kopel does not connect on the first try. 1:27 left to go in the third.
Clear the rebound if you're Sioux Valley and get into your transition game. That one's
Kopel connects on the second.
Left to bounce around.
The Red Raiders drop into half-court defense, so much for the pressure. They leave Kopel on the foul line. They're in man-to-man defense, kind of.
They have to pick their spots.
Yeah, they are. It's man-to-man, but we've got
something happen maybe clockwise. Is that what the discussion will be here?
Yeah,
Did the clock not start? Shot clock?
Shot clock's only at 33, so I imagine that's the issue.
So they'll adjust that, figure out what it should be.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out if they were in man-to-man defense or if it was a zone, and I was looking at Kopel as she was guarding Kira Cruz, but she kind of let Cruz just run around the arc and just kept an eye on her from the paint. So
they took that timeout and they moved Kopel up top, trying to create some things, but they couldn't get a board.
Right.
Sioux Valley was getting second, third opportunities, not always converting them, but keeping things alive on this. We got Mr. Rusink over here checking with the Cossack crazies, making sure that they're all following their rules and guidelines. The officials are checking with the shot clock operators, making sure they follow. They're going to settle with 25 seconds on the shot clock. I think that was just a guess.
1:17 left to go in the third. Talia Vincent takes that inbounds pass, top of the arc. Trigstead now. Talia Vincent on the right elbow. Across the court, that's Kira Cruz. She can shoot threes too. Macy Top. Trigstead now. She'll drive to the elbow, kick it back out. Yost on the defense. Talia Vincent will drive into the paint, cut off by Patterson. Trigstead will take it in the paint. There's a lob jumper. Look at that shot. Liberty Trigstead with a fancy move there.
She's deserving of having an offensive game as well. She's been called upon to do all the dirty work the last couple games, that Sodak 16 game and the opening round game.
Bruguer will connect on a 3-ball from the corner for the Red Raiders.
The Raiders have finished each quarter strong here tonight. We'll see if they do the same here in the third.
Shot clock is turned off, so we've got 25 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Macy Top now. Here's that pressure defense. Ashlyn Copel out by half court. They're trying to double team up here as well.
Good composure there by
Talia Vincent goes around it. Trigstead back to Vincent. Skylar Knutson trying. The little miscommunication there. Macy Top was open in the corner, and then
You're going to see some bodies here defensively for Coach Grantham. He's going to bring in Sienna Weiss. First time we've seen her in this State A tournament. That's going to get Cruz off the floor with her 3 fouls. Product already off the floor with 3. Amari Ward also off the floor with her 3.
They'll throw into Copel. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Copel will get that over to Patterson. That is Bruguer. That's a 3-ball that hit the top of the bank board. And the follow-up will be too late as the clock had expired. It's a 10-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter, 42-32. Our look at our third quarter stats is going to be brought to us by Precision Risk Management. Let me get my sponsor list out here as I'm trying to put everything together. I am my own engineer, announcer. Precision Risk Management crop assistance from the local pros. Call David today to ensure your farm's future. I've got Talia Vincent. She's up to 7. Trigstead up to 7 on her day. Amari Ward at 9. Cruz with a great third quarter. 2, 4, 6, 7 more there. She's up to 11. Craddock 7, and Macy Top's got a free throw. She's got 1. So that's what gets us to 42. You have an idea of something over there?
Well, we've got the Class B games. Of course, Parkston beat Dubrook in overtime. Lyman, that game went final. Lyman beats Harding County 57-48 in the Double A. Spearfish gets the win 61-54 over Jefferson. And that Mitchell game now has 4 minutes to go in the third. Mitchell's up 28-24 on Pierre T.F. Riggs.
That look around the South Dakota Score Feed app brought to us by Back Alley Meats. That small town quality with a big city selection in downtown Volga. Also brought to us by Buster's Auto Brokers in Mitchell, right on the corner, right on the price. South Dakota Score Feed app, that has been a great tool for us to use all season long. Sioux Valley coming back onto the floor. We've got Amari Ward, Talia Vincent, Kaylee Craddock, Kira Cruz, and Liberty Trigstead. The starters are back on the floor as we start this fourth quarter. Sioux Valley is also going to get possession number 1. So Amari Ward is going to throw this in on the far sideline. Throw into Talia Vincent, and she'll walk it to the top of the key.
Yeah, you're going to see Grantham go to his best stuff right away while he has all 5 starters before he loses anyone to fouls.
Craddock
fouling out of the game. So you're going to see his best stuff right now.
Trigstead with a stumble, lose the handle on it. That's Ashlyn Copel that picks that up. She's going to have an easy transition bucket. So Trigstead lost the handle on it, and then also a stumble. Turnover by Sioux Valley. Copel turns it into 2 points for the Red Raiders. Trigstead now around the arc. That's Talia Vincent. She'll throw it across the court. Kira Cruz going to put a move on Ned Rickey. Throw it out to Kaylee Craddock. That's a 3-ball from the corner. Too strong, air ball. Red Raiders with the rebound. That was Bruguer that picked that up. Long pass up to Copel, and she'll get it to the 3-point line. She'll try a 3. Medricky, the offensive board. Second try. Bruguer will try another 3-ball, and that's it. And good.
We'll see a quick timeout. I think Coach Copel asking for that timeout, and I bet you he comes back to his extended zone defense, see if that can create a turnover.
Add some pressure here. That cuts the lead to 5 as Bruguer, I think, has hit 3 in a row now from that corner.
She has very good. Their perimeter players just have taken a while to get going, and Coach Kopel's tried anything and everything to get them going. Slid them inside, give them their touches there, and sometimes it's just a matter of get a ball, a shot or two to fall. They seem like they've been better after breaks, quarter breaks, halftime breaks, catch their breath, get their legs back under them. A grueling up and down game last night against Pine Red Cloud. Sioux Valley, they've done it defensively. Offensively, it hasn't gone as smooth or as easy or as whatever you'd want to say. It's been a little, they've done enough scoring, but you and I have seen how this Sioux Valley offense can really get going.
Yeah,
it hasn't happened tonight.
We haven't seen that, and usually that starts with some defense. It starts with a transition bucket or two. It starts with a Talia Vincent three-pointer. We just haven't put a string of those together today, but still with a 5-point lead over one of the better teams in South Dakota, man. This is the number 1 seed coming out of Region 5. Took out Lakota Tech in the Soda X16. Took out McCook Central Montrose, a conference foe for Sioux Valley. And here we are, a 5-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Sioux Valley is going to get that out of that timeout. We thought we were going to see some pressure from the Red Raiders, but they just waited for the half-court offense to start. Kira Cruz, top of the key now. She's going to drive in against Medricky again. Kaylee Craddock will drive in against Copel down the right block, trying to get her off her feet. Kind of a quick release jumper. That's too strong. Red Raiders with a rebound. They can cut in this lead a little more. Yost across the timeline. Big screen, but it is going to be a foul on Amari Ward trying to fight through that screen. So Amari Ward is going to get personal number 4, trying to get through that screen on the far sideline. That is going to bring Macy Top to the scorer's table. That'll bring Amari Ward to the bench for a little bit with her 4th personal.
And Copel now at 19 points, like you mentioned. She's 6 of 8 from the field and 7 of 11 from that foul line as a team. 9 of 19 for Wagner from the foul line.
Lydia Yost is going to find Medricky right in the paint, and she'll connect on that. The lead is down to 3. Talia Vincent the other way for the Cossacks. Kira Cruz still look at the 3. Kaylee Craddock, top of the key, around to Vincent.
And you got to remember, Kira Cruz, the ability to shoot that 3 out there on the perimeter as well.
Trigstead will back it up. She's guarded by Copel at the moment. Seems like the Red Raiders are in kind of a zone. That is Kira Cruz now driving in the paint. Medricky on the defense down the right block. She'll force a bad shot by Cruz.
That's what happens sometimes when you go in there looking for the foul rather than just getting the bucket.
Copel the rebound. She'll take it the other way. Throw that out to Bruger. She passes on the 3-point try. Nedved, top of the key. Bruger will find Copel on the elbow. Throw to Nedved. She'll drive baseline. Macy Top cuts her off. Back to Copel. Yost has got the open look from the right wing. That's a 3-ball off the mark. And it'll go off the hands of Matea Bruger of the Red Raiders. So Sioux Valley will take that over.
Yeah, and Yost now 1 of 9 from the field. Assuming that she typically shoots a little bit better than what she is tonight, and that's why you've seen them also slide her inside to try to get her going.
Talia Vincent the other way for the Cossacks.
Sioux Valley, 2 starters with 4 fouls. Another one with 3.
Talia Vincent alone on the left wing. There's a big 3-ball for Talia Vincent. Lead back to 6 points now. 5:20 left to go in this game.
She has three three-pointers made on the night now, a 1 of 3 from the foul line for a 10-point night.
Bruger is going to find Copel on the foul line. Just don't foul her now. Just let her shoot it.
And here you go, Sioux Valley.
They don't foul her. It's off the mark. Sioux Valley the rebound, and Talia Vincent's going to get a quick info from head coach Jamie Granham.
Yeah, I think Coach Granham was going to spend a timeout and talk about it, and then realize, we do have the media coming at the next dead ball and let them play on. There's Cruz right at the charge line where you want it.
Medricky,
she's
great
tough inside.
drive. Backs it all the way to the right block. She'll connect on that over Medricky.
She's got 13 now.
Ashlyn Copel will find Yost. Yost is going to drive in the paint. She'll kick it back out to Copel at the top of the key. She drives into 12 feet. That's off the mark. Medricky, the offensive board, though. Second try for Wagner. Copel will pass on the 3. Throw that over to Nedved. Medricky all by herself on the left block, and she'll connect on that.
And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Copel, and you're going to now have the next dead ball be a media timeout.
We'll just do the media timeout right now as far as our information goes with 4:19 left to go in this game. For complete coverage, updated scores, and photos of the high school basketball championships, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All the games will be broadcast live on SDPB television. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. You got some info over there.
I don't really, other than that Kira Cruz now second night in a row with a double-double. Of course, we've become accustomed to that. She's probably had the best tournament for this Sioux Valley squad. Sioux Valley, keep in mind, still battling foul trouble. Amari Ward with 4, Kaylee Croddick with 4. Still half of the fourth quarter to go. Salzy, this is a consolation game, isn't it?
It is.
Doesn't have that feel. Look at the arena. Look around you. Take a look around you. All types of people here supporting this game. Great crowd, great atmosphere.
We talked about it with Coach Vogel of Augustana of what girls basketball really means right now. It's been a transition for a decade in the state of South Dakota. You see in 2 Division I athletes out here. One is committed as a sophomore, the other a junior, uncommitted. But Ashlyn Kopel with, 30 to 40 Division I offers across the country. She'll pick one.
And they're going man-to-man. I thought maybe we'd see something out of them after the timeout. They'll be down to 2 timeouts remaining. Sioux Valley goes to their top gold look, trying to just get the handoff 3, and they get it from Trigstead.
Trigstead with the open look. Off the mark, though. Yost the rebound. She'll outlet to Kopel. Kopel the other way. She'll be stopped at the elbow. Throw out to Bruguer. Her 3 ball's too strong. Amari Ward with the rebound. She thought about pulling the trigger in a long pass. Decided against that. Talia Vincent, left corner now. Talia will drive up to the top of the key, get that over to Trigstead. Amari Ward now. She'll drive into the paint against Yost. Talia Vincent will back it out. We'll reset. 17 on the shot clock.
Sioux Valley going to look for something backdoor here, I believe. Or just get Cruz at the charge line again.
Right there against Medrick.
Bad
She'll
idea.
back in. It's Kopel that'll throw or get that tip and the steal. It's Trigstead that knocks it away from Kopel.
Here comes Sioux Valley.
Steals back and forth. Long outlet. That's Trigstead on the right wing. Back to Vincent, trying to use some of that clock, I would imagine. Again here, we're coming up on the 3-minute mark. Craddock will go right down the page. Cruz with the offensive board. The senior leader again.
Cruz now with 15 and 11. 3 minutes to go.
Yost will bring this up for the Red Raiders. Guarded by Ward. That's Bruguer. She went through a stretch where she hit 3 triples in a row. Not anymore, though. Nedved on the right wing for the Red Raiders. Looking for Kopel on the right block. Cruz with some good defense through that paint.
Looking for
Kopel,
a 3.
top of the key. She's got an open look from there. Off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Ping-ponged around to Cruz. She'll run the floor. Outlet to Amari Ward. Ward runs it down in the corner. Craddock. Cruz has the open look. Decides against that. Trying to work a little clock here. 25 on the shot clock. We're at 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, the possessions are just golden now. You got to get yourself organized, get the ball to where you want it to go. You saw Wagner at the other end get Kopel off of staggered screens. Just not quite enough legs to make that shot.
Throw into Cruz. She's double teamed there. They pull it out of there. It's going to be Yost that comes up with that loose ball. 8-point lead for Sioux Valley as the Red Raiders push. Kopel, once again, she'll try that 3. That's in and good. And that'll be a timeout by the head coach, Michael Kopel of the Red Raiders, as they cut that lead to 5 now with 2:01 left to go.
I still don't think we saw the media. Did we see the media timeout?
Nothing official, but then if there's that many timeouts, they can just go to a commercial and call it.
I don't think you can.
Or do you have to do a media
timeout?
Here
at this level, I think you still have to have one. So I think since that last timeout, it might have been all flow. So we still might have a media timeout land in here as well. We're in a 5-point game now with Kopel's bucket there. That sends her to 22 for the night on 7 of 12 shooting, 1 of 3 from three-pointers, 7 of 11 from the foul line. To go along with 3 rebounds, something that I think Sioux Valley's done a great job of is keeping her off of the glass. Now, part of that is a strategy where they pulled her up top on defense to try to create some chaos.
They have to use her in so many different ways. It's a lot of pressure and a lot on Kopel's shoulders as they try to get her in the paint to guard the other post. Then they try to get her up to the top of the key to guard their best guard. She can do it all. It's just that it's a lot for a junior to handle.
By the way, Salzy, 15 points, 10 rebounds for Kira Cruz.
Double-double. The senior leader. Sioux Valley is going to get this off of the made basket and timeout by Wagner. So Talia Vincent will get the inbounds pass. 2 minutes left to go. 5-point lead by Sioux Valley. Amari Ward now. She'll drive around the top of the arc. Trigstead. Kira Cruz at the top. Vincent's got an open look. Amari Ward, the kick out to the corner. Big play ball, Amari Ward! Mars with a huge three-point shot. Yost the other way for the Red Raiders now, top of the key. That's over to Nedved, looking for Kopel on the left block. Kira Cruz guarding her.
And one
for Ashlyn Kopel.
What an answer.
Kira Cruz just, it's a swat that she's going to get called for there, but.
Foul number 4. So we've got 4 fouls on 3 of our starters here. Craddock, Cruz, and Ward. Here's your media timeout I was talking about. So you went
there we are.
First dead ball under 5, and we get all the way to the minute 29 mark before we get a media. Of course, lots of stoppage in play. Coach Kopel has used, 3 this quarter. He's down to 1 remaining for the game, and he's probably going to have to sit on that one for the final 10 seconds should he need to stop the clock.
With Kopel right now, you're trying to challenge her and not let her get to the basket easily, but do you really have to foul her anymore? If she's going to get all the way down there, challenge, yes. Don't swat at it at the same time.
Yeah, or foul her right away, so she has to go and earn both free throws. But even now, you want the clock to keep moving, especially at the high school level where it doesn't stop on that made basket.
Right.
So if she scores it, 3-4 seconds go off while you get organized, get the ball inbounded to come up the court. So right now, Coach Granham's reinforcing everyone that, hey, we would like the clock to keep moving. He's also telling them, I got 4 timeouts. Girls, 3 of these are yours. Save it. Use it to save a turnover, a tough situation. Leave one in my back pocket in case I need to make a play right at the end of the game.
The final stats today are going to be brought to us by Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck. When we get said and done with this, it's going to be Player of the Game. That sponsor is Tropical Smoothie Cafe. The Player of the Game is going to get a gift certificate for a free smoothie. We do have some candidates in our heads.
Wagner shooting 47% from the field to Sioux Valley's 38%. Sioux Valley's made it up by making 3 more three-pointers than them and going 8 of 11 from the foul line for 72%. Wagner only 47% from the foul line.
The and one free throw falls out of there. Kaylee Craddock the rebound. Red Raiders come out with that pressure again. Trigstad double team. We're going to get a timeout by head coach Jamie Granham. He saw that, did not want to turn over here. Going to talk about it with his squad.
Just what we talked about. He's got, now 3 opportunities to stop the clock again, but he uses it to save a turnover. He's going to put his best sideline set in. I don't think right now you can really work the clock because of the pressure that Wagner's going to bring you.
Right,
so if they have an opportunity to go towards their basket from the sideline, I think they will. Maybe they pull Kopel out and you see Cruz on the block off the inbound here. Wouldn't surprise me and could be a game-winning bucket type of play. If Wagner would choose to come out and play it straight up with 28 seconds on the shot clock, Sioux Valley, of course, would take all 28 seconds if they allowed him to. But I just think 2 great coaches out here. They're going to strategize. Wagner's going to try to double and get the ball out of Sioux Valley's hands.
Yeah, not necessarily fouling yet, though, right? I mean, a pressure, yes, try to get that steal out of there, but not fouling so you're sending the other team to the line or anything like that.
The only thing that might cross their mind if you're a Wagner Red Raider would just be that you don't have any team fouls this quarter.
Right.
So at some point you've got to get 4 fouls on the board so you can put them at the foul line.
Right.
But I just don't think you choose that here. I think if they happen, I think you come out here and you double. And I think if you're Sioux Valley, you go ahead and go try to get the quick look at Cruz.
They put
while they're all putting the pressure out top.
They put Kopel and Nedved at the top of that defense now. The throw into Craddock, Trigstad, Tally Vincent. She'll be double teamed near half court. Dribbles around Kopel to Trigstad. Amari Ward now has it, and we're going to get another timeout by head coach Jamie Granham. He did not like how that looked. So this will be a 30-second timeout as head coach Jamie Granham. 19 on the shot clock, 1:12 left to go. Jamie Granham just coming up with a better plan than what that looked like.
Yeah, give him another look. I think here you see that direct entry maybe even now with less than 20 seconds on the shot clock. If you're Coach Kopel, you're saying, okay, now we got it to 19. We got to play this possession out.
Yep.
And then he's going to have to spend his fouls regardless of what they would do at this end because they've got to foul 4 times just to then get the 5th one to put him at the bonus with a 0-foul quarter going for Wagner.
They've only got Yost with the 3 fouls in her pocket, so they don't really have anyone besides Yost, and you can't even call that foul trouble at the moment. It's 1:12 left to go in the game.
But Sioux Valley will inbound from the coach's box here.
Yep.
And they'll have Craddock and Cruz both low. I think they'll break Craddock out and look for the direct entry to Cruz.
Trigstad throwing it in right in front of the Sioux Valley bench.
Look towards our basket.
She'll
right
find
off the
Craddock,
back.
left wing, back to Trigstad.
And
Craddock now, left wing. Cruz all by herself. Kira Cruz, the
See
senior. They forgot to guard her. Kira Cruz connects on the right block. It's an 8-point lead now. We're under a minute to go. Copel the long three. Off the front of the iron. Cruz the rebound. She'll run the floor. Picks up her dribble. Now she's in trouble.
And Sioux Valley faithful can start to sense it here now. Up 8 with 51 seconds to go. Wagner's going to need to foul 4 more times before we see the free throws.
Kira Cruz was left all by herself in the paint off of that inbounds play. Turned around, nobody there. Sioux Valley throws that in. That foul was on Copel, her second. There's another timeout by head coach Jamie Granum. So didn't want a turnover there. Also didn't want a 10-second call or anything like that. So
yep, you're at 30 seconds on the shot clock, 46 on the game clock, 54-46 here in the second round of the State A basketball tournament. The winner of this game plays for a consolation state championship tomorrow afternoon.
Play for a big trophy as well. That was one thing that you just brought home last year with your boys from the Rapid City.
And it's well worth it. You know, Coach Granum mentioned that at the pep rally. You know, big difference between a plaque and a trophy. We want to be in a trophy game. And it is important. You know, in South Dakota, what do we have? 9 classes in football, 9 state champions. In basketball, you only have their 3 classes. Yep. So when you subdivide these out, a lot of times you see some of those larger 11A football type of schools playing for the Class A state title. Not always. Some people rattle their way through it like the Hamlin Chargers a year ago. But in this situation, a lot of times you have the 11B size football schools playing it out for that state consolation championship, and that's what you have here today.
I'd rather have a trophy rather than a plaque. I think that was the theme by the head coach. He said it at practice this morning. He said it in the pep rally with you guys today.
Get that state tournament dub.
Just keeping his girls motivated, you know.
They're motivated.
You find a way to motivate them, and you say, hey, look, the consolation champion gets a very large trophy. Go get that one. It also says champion on it.
I think they're going to double team here. Sioux Valley might get something back towards the rim.
Craddock will throw that in. There's another foul. That is number 14, Braxton Nedved. That'll get them to 2 team fouls. They're going to have to do that 3 more times here before free throws are going to start.
And now you'll probably see both coaches sit on that final timeout. So you could get stuck somewhere now.
Craddock throwing that in. There's a steal off the inbounds pass. Copel got a hand on it. Back to Copel. She'll take it right down the left side of the lane and missed it. Too strong off the bankboard. Copel will foul Cruz. Before that got moving too fast. For Copel, that'll be personal number 3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Copel at the next level when you're surrounded by other players that are just as great a basketball players as you. I think she could really come into her own at that college level. Here, she really has to carry the load for this Red Raider team.
Throw into Talia Vincent to double team, but she'll be hacked on the arm by someone over there.
Yeah, still not a trip to the foul line.
Nope. That was on Nedved. So Nedved picks up her second personal. That's the 14 foul. Next one's going to send Sioux Valley to the line.
Copel's at 24 points on 8 of 15 shooting. She's 7 of 12 from the foul line.
Craddock will throw it into Liberty Trigstead. She runs that down. Trigstead over to Craddock. No foul yet. Still no foul. Amari Ward in the corner. She'll throw it back up to Kira Cruz. We're just playing keep away now. And the Red Raiders are going to back.
Nope.
There is a foul there somewhere. 24 is going to be called for a push. That'll send Kira Cruz to the line.
You're going to see Kira Cruz go to the foul line. Sioux Valley up 8 with 26 seconds to go. Cruz is at a nice game. She's at 17 points and 12 rebounds.
I thought it was on Copel, but number 23 is going to pick that up. That's Hayden Knutson. Kira Cruz connects on the first one. She's up to 18 points on her day.
Yeah, when this is over, Wagner's going to point at the free throw line where they're 9 of 20.
Cruz misses the second try. Copel the rebound, and they foul Copel.
Yeah, Sioux Valley with fouls to give. They want to get their defense set, so they went hard for the offensive glass.
Okay.
Spent a foul. Now they're going to get their defense set, so Wagner has to score against
all
all 5. They've still got one more time they can do that. They won't do it right now because their defense is set.
Copel double teamed as she gets that in. Is Trigstead trying to foul her? She can't catch up to her. Amari Ward, there's the reach in. Someone's going to get one of them. That might be on Amari Ward, and if it is, that's personal number 5.
That will go on Liberty.
Trigstead.
And Liberty's
Trigstead's still laughing about it. She was trying to chase down Mandy.
She's trying to hear some of the Sioux Valley faithful kind of getting on their case about the foul call, but that's what she's trying to do there.
Copel with a 3 ball off the back of the iron. A defensive rebound by Talia Vincent, and she will be fouled from behind. Number 10, that is Matea Bruguer. She's going to get that personal. And that'll send Talia Vincent to the line for 2 shots. 11 and a half seconds to go. It's a 9-point lead right now. Talia Vincent can ice this right here.
Yeah, she wants to go back to the foul line after missing 1 for 3 earlier today from a gal that's competed for national championships from the foul line. So
and
she wants to get back there and
here comes the Sioux Valley hockey line change, by the way. Another miss on the free throw line by Talia Vincent.
This is really good to see.
Smiling at that as well.
For
and
both these teams, get some people onto that state tournament floor.
Yep.
Say they've touched it. You never know. Yeah, a lot of times you have plans. Both these teams plans of coming back with all underclassmen, but you just never know.
Wagner takes advantage of that, gets their starters off the floor as well. A lot of youngsters out there for the last 11 and a half seconds. Talia Vincent, if she can make this, she can get to the bench as well. It rattles around.
She finally gets one to rattle in.
She will get one in there.
She's probably going to be texting my cell phone later today, say, Dad, take me to the gym. I want to shoot some free throws.
We got to work on the 15-footers. 56-46, the 10-point lead by Sioux Valley. We are going to move ourselves on to a consolation championship. We'll play that at 1:45 Mountain Time tomorrow afternoon.
Cheyenne
Vanderwall gets the steal. She's in the books in the state tournament. Celebration on the floor by our Sioux Valley Cossacks as we get the big win over the Wagner Red Raiders. Ashlyn Klopel, all-world.
She is,
but she will come up a little bit short today with her squad. They're going to play for 7th place tomorrow. That will be the noon game right here at the A2 Arena.
Yeah, Wagner tonight on the night goes 16 of 37 from the field for 43%, 5 of 16 from three-pointers for 31%, only 9 of 20 from the free throw stripe for 45%. That's a part of their game that they would want back. In the meantime, Sioux Valley, 19 of 48 for nearly 40% from the field, 8 of 27 from threes, right at 30%, 10 of 15 from the foul line for 66%. Sioux Valley, 38 rebounds to 21 of Wagner, and that's what Sioux Valley is going to star on the whiteboard in the locker room afterwards after losing that rebounding battle last night to Dakota Valley. Coach Granham's going to be very happy with that stat when he takes a look at it.
56-46, our final. That also moves the Sioux Valley Cossacks to win number 20. Did you mention that? 20 wins on the
20
season
wins.
now.
I did not mention it, but I love the
20
win
and
plateau.
5 as we'll play for a consolation championship tomorrow at 1:45 Mountain Time. The final stats brought to us by Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck. Big or small, Shorty's Hot Box can serve a group from our food truck, or they love attending festivals and fairs. Contact Kim for a customized quote. Amazing customer service with great food that serves super fast. Talia Vincent finishes the game with 11 points. Liberty Triegstead with 7. Amari Ward up to 12. Kira Cruz, the team leader, with 18. Kaylee Craddock at 7. And Macy Top had a free throw for 1 point for her. And that's how we get to 56. Win number 20 today. We also have to give
dubs.
Player of the Game away. That is brought to us by Tropical Smoothie Cafe, located on 6th Street in Brookings, across from Hillcrest Aquatic Center. Enjoy delicious smoothies, craveable wraps and sandwiches, and savory sides. Player of the Game gets a gift certificate for a free smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I'm going to let you choose. I choose all the time. You get to choose one today.
That's an easy choice. She's going to collect them all tournament long. She's a senior. I know we like to spread the wealth and share the ball and all of those things, all those cliches that go into it. But Kira Cruz gets Player of the Game number 2 on the weekend. She'll probably get a third one tomorrow night. She is a gal on a mission. Double-double again tonight. Double-double again for tonight for her. The Russell family excited there on their way by out to exit things. The Cossack faithful are going to be pumped. They're going to have a fun time here tonight and be back in the gym tomorrow as Sioux Valley goes for win number 21. They're in a trophy game playing for a state consolation title. Tomorrow afternoon, Coach Granham will go back to work. He'll get this group ready and his staff, outstanding staff that's pouring into this program as well. But they'll be ready to play tomorrow against a good Mobridge Pollock team.
Yeah, we got to see the preview of what they're going to bring to the table as they had a good win against Mount Vernon Plankington right before this one. That Mobridge Pollock team, they are also pretty good at what they do.
They're good.
And I think they have more of a roster surrounding their star than what Wagner does. You know, they hit some threes in that second half here, but all season long it's been Copel having to do a lot of it. Lydia Yost can get into double digits, but not on a regular basis. And then after that, they don't have regular scores, but Mobridge Pollock was fantastic today as they had 2 girls, maybe 3 that were in double figures.
Yeah, Henderson.
It'll be a challenge
Thompson,
tomorrow.
Knold, 2 Knolds on that squad, if I remember right. Tegan Knold. These are just names, too, that our girls know awfully well through playing club basketball. So long distance between Mobridge and Sioux Valley, Mobridge and Volga, but know each other well and have met in other sports during the year as well. We met their boys at the Corn Palace. We met them in the football playoffs.
Yep.
A lot of them are on the same club teams in volleyball and basketball as our girls, so they're not strangers to each other. It's fun how the world and the distance has shrunk over time, both with social media and technology and club sports.
Yeah.
That they'll know each other well. They'll both be prepared. It'll be a great game tomorrow afternoon.
Mobridge Pollock, the Lady Tigers, coming into this matchup tomorrow. They'll be 19-4 on their season. They beat Crow Creek in the lone region game they had because they were the 1 seed coming out of Region 6. They beat St. Thomas More by a point in the Sodex 16. That gets them here to the Class A state tournament. 2 names that we're going to recognize, well, maybe not recognize, but know before the games end tomorrow. Number 21, their star, Blake Thompson, the junior guard, 5 foot 8 inches. The other one, Tegan Knold, another junior. So this is a young Mobridge Pollock team. You know, officially Wagner, a young team as well. Copel is all world.
Everybody
but she's
up here.
just a junior.
Yeah, there's just very few seniors in this year's State A tourney. A lot of familiar names, but we know it's not guaranteed. Vermilion's your defending state champ with a lot of returning people, and they couldn't get out of the second round of postseason. So
couldn't even get out of the region,
keep that
man.
in mind. This started early in the year, Salzy, one of your first broadcasts up in Millbank, and that Mobridge Pollock volleyball team kind of stole a volleyball tournament title that weekend. And
it actually, it was a weirdo scenario what they played out up there, but it actually helped out the volleyball team as far as the playoff points that they earned and the rankings they were getting, and a record as well. But we'll see Mobridge Pollock tomorrow. Revenge day on that then. Revenge from a volleyball mishap on a Saturday in October. It'll be fun. Just like I said, it's Blake Thompson, it's Tegan Knold. They do have a young squad. I am only seeing 1 senior on their staff. Charlie Henderson is her name. That's a 5'10" senior forward. So just like Sioux Valley, 1 senior on the crew. It gives these programs an opportunity to keep building then, right? I mean,
and they will.
You send the young kids into summertime, get them practicing and shooting and doing all the things you're supposed to, and bring them right back here in the next year.
But enjoy the moment. This isn't guaranteed, these trips to the state tourneys. And I think one thing that the girls will remind themselves of is 3 short months ago, we were playing for a volleyball consolation championship that did not go our way.
Right.
So they experienced, it was great. It was a great run that they went on, but they want to go one step further this season and come home with a trophy.
We're going to send Kira Cruz out in a good way. That's the hope tomorrow. This was the goal when we came into today. Yes, it stinks that you're in the consolation bracket, but you make the most of it. And they played well today against all-world Ashland Copel and the Wagner Red Raiders. Get the 10-point win today, 56-46. Bill Vincent, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your help. I'm going to let you go, as you probably have a daughter out in the hallway out there somewhere that you need to talk to. Just a great game today. Congrats to Sioux Valley. They'll move on to the Consolation Championship for tomorrow. That is a 1:45 Mountain Time start, Spearfish time, if you will. This game will be on YouTube for a while. You'll have to check it out, but we'll play for a big trophy tomorrow. Jamie Trigstead. Thanks again, South Dakota Public TV, for allowing me to bring this ridiculous show to fruition. We found a spot at the top of the bleachers that we're hanging at here. Thank you for all the access. Thank you for doing that. I get to do the Sioux Valley stuff as long as I stay within the guidelines, and that seems to be the way. We'll do it again tomorrow. 1:45 Mountain Time, the Consolation Championship. And it'll be against those Mobridge Pollock Lady Tigers. It should be a good one. With that, I am going to let you go. Usually we do like a post-game interview and things, but that's not part of the deal here. And the whole team is kind of out in the hallway out there as they're talking with parents and friends and family. Another great one from the Class A state tournament here on the campus of Black Hills State University. This is the A2 Arena. We'll see it again tomorrow at 1:45 Mountain Time for a Consolation Championship. Great job, Cossacks. Thanks for everything that you allow me to do on these, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.